Hey everyone, Christina Del Rey with your forecast for January 25th, 2021. The big news this week is the Leo full moon. Now, this isn't just any old full moon, this is a highly emotional full moon because Jupiter is standing across the sky from this moon and meeting with the sun. And on top of that, we have it squaring, we have this full moon squaring Mars. So this could be a very triggering full moon, a very emotional full moon, and it could trigger some kind of anger, but the anger is to make you make a change. Usually new action does not come without a crisis moment or without some anger, because that is what's going to motivate you to change something. But Leo is all about the self and your self-value, loving yourself, and the power to be who you are and see something special in that, and perhaps other people can see something special in that too. So this will focus around how you feel about yourself and how you need to make an action in that area. All right, let's see where it falls in the chart for you. Hello, Leo. So we have this Leo full moon happening in your first house. So we only get one full moon a year, and here it is. When a full moon is happening in the first house, it has to do with either the body or how others see you or how you see yourself. And Leo is a sign of loving yourself. And as Leos, we come into this world learning to love ourselves, learning to see our specialness in the world, and being able to take that light within us and being able to know that it's good enough to share with others. And it's a lifelong process. People think that Leos a lot of the times are confident, but Leos usually hide it well. They're not usually that confident, not till later, but they are learning to become confident in this life. And the shadow side of Leo is too much ego, or kind of being egotistical, or bragging about yourself. I'm so great, that kind of energy. And if you want to go towards the higher point of Leo, you want to look at what is special about you and how you can bring that to help others. And this full moon in your first house is going to be across from Jupiter in your seventh house. So there is some kind of emotional high point probably that has to do with you versus another. This could be a romantic partner. This could be a business partner. It could be a boss. It could be somebody like that. But it looks like there's some kind of negotiation here. And, there is an action that needs to be taken. And that action is in your 10th house of, your reputation, your status, your career. So it's almost like, it's emotional. It's a culmination or an ending, but it has to be done. And you wouldn't do it unless there was like a crisis point happening, because we would be too comfortable. So it's kind of taking and pushing us to do that. And the sun and Jupiter are positive together. So while this may really push your emotions, really make you emotional, at the same time, it does seem to be a good thing. And at the same time, Pluto and Venus are coming together in your sixth house. So, Pluto is power and Venus is relationships, and it's also money. This is in a daily part of the sky for you, routines. Something's probably changing in this area. This can be, self-worth. How, maybe how somebody treats you is changing, or, you're saying, I won't be treated like that anymore. And, the power is kind of switching. If there is an opportunity, I would say take it, because the sun is your ruler and it's right next to Jupiter. So, it could be right around that full moon that an opportunity comes to you and you need to take it. There is also at the end of the week, now we know Mercury is in shadow, but in the end of the week on the 30th, we are going to see Mercury go retrograde. So this is a review of this part of the chart for you, reviewing your relationships, reviewing how you think about relationships, what you want in a relationship, how your relationships are going, what kind of freedom you need in a relationship, equality in a relationship, technology involved in partnerships or relationships. These are business partnerships or romantic partnerships, but there is a lot of, redoing in this area. Well, I think it's going to be a very intense week, especially for Leos. I did forget to mention that the sun, our ruler, is going to square Uranus at the beginning of the week on the 26th. This is probably most important for the fixed signs, but I think especially for us, and especially for Aquarius and Taurus. So the sun squaring Uranus in the sky is really the need to be free, being motivated to take action, the motivation to free yourself, perhaps in a relationship, or perhaps in a status area, or perhaps in a career. But this is us taking action, and because the sun is our ruler, it's going to say something about, being ourselves. We have to take action to become ourselves, and that happens on the 26th. So anyway, I think it'll be a very intense and definitely not a boring week. It'll be full of interesting intensities, but I think it'll be overall a good week.